Welcome to today's video. I'm just going to be doing laundry. You guys are going to be a great help, and I'm just going to share any thoughts that I have while I'm doing laundry. One thing that I've been starting to do a lot more is understand the duality of things that we want. Like if I want something, I have to want it entirely. I have to want the bad along with the good. I can't love it for its fantasy. I have to love it for the reality of what it is. And like everything that we want, everything that we're going for is challenging. Like it's tough. I know a lot of people and a lot of my friends right now, they're working towards things just like everybody else, but the path of achieving the things that they want, it's frustrating how things don't always work in a linear path, and because things don't work in a linear path, we think that the path isn't meant for us. And I think one of the challenges is knowing whether the path isn't actually meant for us, or if this is just any path we take, we're going to face a similar type of resistance. If that is the truth, then that's a lot easier to move forward. But I feel like it's really easy when you don't understand what path you're on to be like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be on this path. This path isn't for me. So I'm going to jump to the next idea, the next path, and then assume that that one's going to work out better and more smoothly. But if you think about anything that you've ever accomplished in life, anything that you've ever gotten, the path was never smooth. Like you had to work for it. And that's one reason why I've always known that I would be good at whatever I do, because I know that I'm willing to put time towards the things that I'm willing to do in order to get what I want out of it. Like I don't care if I start from ground zero. I just know that I will be good at it because I'm just going to put a lot of time into it and learn as much as I can about it. And I'm willing to suffer through it in order to get where I am. Like whenever I go to the gym and somebody asks me like, oh, how do you get this? How did you get here? It's like, bro, honestly, other than stretching and being consistent, it's being consistent and doing it over a long period of time. That's how you get to where you want to go across anything. Like it doesn't matter what it is. I think wanting the easy way out is part of the challenge, and I've been just trying to release myself from the outcome. And part of ordering something online, part of the joy of it is because you get to wait for it and you get to long after it. It's kind of like the beauty of missing someone, because of how much you're looking forward to see them, you're honored to miss them. You're honored to wait for whatever you've ordered on Amazon to come through. That's part of getting the gift, is the waiting for it. That's why people say that hunger is the best sauce, because it doesn't matter if you're super hungry, then everything tastes good. Understand that everything that I'm doing, every attempt that I'm making is bringing me closer to the person that I want to be and where I want to be. But my job is just to attempt. And I feel like it's so hard not to dwell on if this is going to happen and be in that anxious state of like, oh, I can't wait for this to happen. Like currently I'm working on creating a portfolio for copywriting so that I can switch to doing something more creative with my day-to-day job. And I've been realizing that I've been working on this for like 2.5 years, or like let's say like a year and 3/4. But I have not gotten a single interview, not a single one, to any of the junior copywriting positions. But to be fair, I only started applying to the junior copywriting positions this year because I didn't feel ready at the time. But since then, since I started applying, I haven't gotten a single one. Just only rejection letters. There's a content writing position. It was a creative strategist position that came up, and I applied to it. And then I got an interview, and I got all the way to the final stages. Then I didn't get it. In that point in time, I was like, while I was going through the stages of the interview, I was like, oh, is this what I was supposed to be doing? Like, is this what combines all the skills that I have? And is this the perfect place for me? But then when I didn't get it, I felt disappointed. But at first, I wasn't even looking forward to it because it wasn't what I wanted. But then I was thinking, is that what I need to do in order to get the things that I want? Not look forward to it, like be so detached from it that it just shows up? But then how am I doing the work? Like, how am I supposed to work towards something while staying detached from it? Like, how do you attract love while not looking for love? Like, how does that manifestation part happen? So I've been taking a strategy recently, and what I do is before I go to bed or when I'm in my meditation, after I finish, just to think, oh, how would it feel to be the thing that I wanted? I remember before I was in this position as a media planner where I currently work, I remember one of my friends got promoted and I was like, oh, that feels good. But part of me was like, oh, I want to get promoted too. Then I heard a line come to me in my head that said, don't wish for it more than you're willing to work for it. So then I set a goal for myself, like, okay, then I want to become a media planner just because I want to say that I can do it. Like, I want to set my mind to something and set that intention and then see it actualize. So I just started working towards it. And it was such a passive thing. Like, I didn't think it was going to come anytime soon. And then one day somebody decided to leave the company and there was an opening, and then they decided to promote me. But I wasn't attached to it. I was just like, okay, that's a passive thing, but I'm still gonna work on copywriting this entire time. If I become a media planner before I become a copywriter, cool, Bob's your uncle, amazing. But if I don't, then that's not the goal, but I still wanna do it just to prove to myself that I can become a copywriter, because I became a media planner when I wasn't even trying to be one. So my only thing throughout that period of time was not to figure out how to be a media planner. The thing that I was moving forward with every day was just like, I'm just gonna put in more effort to what I'm currently doing. I'm just gonna try to ask questions, be engaging. For a period of time, I'm just gonna lock in. Whatever happens, happens. Like, there's a quote that says, nothing bad has ever come out of working hard. That was kind of the mentality that I approached when I became a media planner. That's what I've been doing. So there's an idea about like confidence proof, I wanna call it, where if you have confidence in one area of your life, then you can attribute that to another part of your life, and then that will ensure that you're able to transfer that confidence to another area. So if I'm able to do this, then I'm able to do that. So that's what I'm doing with the media planning, thinking about, hey, you were able to become a media planner, and it's not what you wanted to do. Why can't you actually become what you want to do? Like, why in your mind is that a lot harder because you want it rather than the things that you don't want? And I'm like, okay, then how can I get the things that I do want while being indifferent about it and not trying to rush the process? Like, that's the challenge. That's all that to say that recently, well, today specifically, I submitted an application to be a copywriter intern. I basically wrote a verse and created a whole video, a little music video that showcases like my songwriting ability while still referencing different advertising terms and things of that nature. So I'm super excited about it. I put a lot of energy and time into it. In that process of doing it, I decided to post it on TikTok because I thought, worst case scenario, I don't get the internship position, fine. But at least I have content from it, and it's not all going to waste. Like, I want proof to myself, hey, you're doing the things, you're trying, you're making an effort, and I'm proud of you. You know, that was the proof that I wanted to show myself by actually uploading it. Trying to build all at one time can be frustrating because you put a lot of pressure on yourself to like conjure up an outcome that's not in your control. And then you beat yourself up and it's like, well, a lot of this isn't actually in my control. I can only do what's in my control. I can only be happy and proud, and I can only celebrate my accomplishments on a daily basis. I can't put pressure on myself to tell the people to check my application and tell them to approve me. Like, I can't do that. I can just better myself. I can set a schedule for myself to do the things that I need to do on a daily basis and show up in that way. That's what I can do. And I think that gives me a lot more power to move forward and not burn out or give up. Understanding that every little thing that I'm doing, like even this video that I just posted, like I'm so much more better at creating videos now than I was when I first started. And I think that's only because I kept creating videos even when they sucked. To a certain extent, I still don't think that they're amazing by any means, but it's gonna help. Like when I'm making music videos and I have context from the videos that I make. So I'm just trying to celebrate my success across the board by staying detached from the outcome, because that's something I would struggle with. I would spend hours creating a video and it would get 4 views. And I'll be like, that's lovely. You know, you get so defeated by these things. I get so defeated by these things because I always believed that effort would get respected. Like, people only care when they know how much you care. And I just thought, oh, if one person discovered my video, then they would be like, oh, this is amazing, I have to share it with everybody. But maybe not. And I've come to peace with that. You know, like, that's okay. That's okay. I've done all that I can do. Now all I need to do is to continue. This is kind of the video for today. Those are my thoughts. I need to disappear for a bit, but I just wanted to share with you. I need to make a video. I didn't make a video yesterday, so today I'm just making a super long video. Thanks for watching my channel, and for all your thoughts, just hop straight into it. Hopefully you get something beneficial from the things that I'm saying. Hopefully you relate to it. I'm in the struggle too. We're both on the struggle bus, so I'm not trying to act like I'm not suffering, but I'm also not trying to act like I'm not doing extremely well. I'm not extremely grateful for the things that I have and the opportunities and the progress that I'm making in life. So you're not alone. I'm in the same boat with you, and let's conquer life together.